Not a good shot. Shaquille with the rebound.
Big rebound.
Gets it out to Scott Skiles. You see the time remaining.
And they got the ball in the guy's hand that they wanted that time. Anthony, not a high three-point, not a high field goal percentage. There is 6 seconds difference here on the shot clock.
You can see both of those on the corners of your screen. Scott, tough shot. Rebound, Ewing. You would think they could have gotten a better shot in a curtain. A delay of game warning against Turner.
All right, there you go.
And it goes to Ewing, down low. No foul. Shaquille with the rebound.
Oh, my. Patrick Ewing, very upset. Thought that he got fouled. He's coming right over here.
Looking at him, and he's looking back at him. And if a looks could kill, Paul Mahalik is a victim right now.
Yeah, but you see, it wasn't Paul's call. He had the other baseline guy right on top of the play. Paul was out at half court. There's a dejected coach.
The Magic defeat the Knicks 95-94, and it all came down to the very end between the two giants, the two dominating centers in the Eastern Conference.
Well, you see, the Turner double teamed going to the corner. Now, this pass usually would not make it because it was such a long distance. And there you have, depending upon which side you are on, was it a foul? Was it not a foul?
Ewing ended up with 21 points and 12 rebounds.
And New York next.
Well, they will try to use their quickness in both of those.
Patrick Ewing, patented turnaround jumper from the baseline, tied at 2. Ewing had his hands full Friday night on our TNT telecast with the Shaq.
And they're still talking about the last shot of that game. Patrick Ewing said he was pounded on that play. I was there and saw that one, and I think I have to agree with it.
Ewing had the steal. Smith behind his back, punched away by D. Brown. Ewing kicks it out from long range. Rolando Blackman missing. Ewing rebounds. Oakley out of bounds. Knicks ball.
The Knicks are such a good rebounding team. It cuts down on the fast break opportunities.
Reggie Lewis, tough fadeaway jumper over Rolando Blackman.
Yeah, Blackman can't play him any better than that.
Bullet pass from Anthony down inside to Patrick Ewing. Anthony in 5 starts averaging 10 assists a game. Charles Smith from 17.
Smith becoming
8-6 Knicks, 8:51 to go. Anthony blows by D. Brown and draws the foul. Greg Anthony's been averaging. Doc Rivers gets the pick and the penetration. New York 9 for 13, back to a 4-point lead. Isolation for Lewis against Mason.
And it's amazing. Mason at 6'9", 250 is able to guard Lewis out that far away from the basket.
That's a 3-pointer. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Allah's first basket of the game.
Now they're going to need some production out of the front line. They can't beat the Knicks if Parrish and Abdenabi and some of the guys up front don't start to score.
They have somebody on the bench who will probably come in scoring, and that'll be McHale. John Starks hits the jump.
Few ball games, but he's still getting his numbers.
Patrick Ewing's turnaround baseline jumper falls at 6 points for Ewing, and the Knicks trail it by 1 with under a minute to go in the quarter. Good Knicks defense, surprising nobody.
You see how far the Celtics are now working their offense away from the basket. They're way out on the floor.
4 seconds to shoot.
Oh, boy.
Reggie Lewis hits it over Mason. That was a 2, but he was right at the 3-point line, and he's 5 of 7 from the floor and 14 points in the quarter.
And I was just going to say he looks a little fatigued, but he shoots that one from deep in the corner with no effort at all.
Off the baseline screen, Starks from Doc Rivers.
Well, he's made 2 in a row after missing his first 3 shot attempts, and he's much more under control on these last 2.
Celts by 1. Been a good first quarter. New York jumped out to a 15-6 lead. Then the Boston Celtics went on a 16-4 run. There's Douglas with a penetration to McHale. Klein misses the tip, gets his own board. That will not count. It is waved off. Chris Ford isn't happy. Neither is Joe Klein. Here's a good way. Watch this light.
Yeah, the whole Celtic bench upset with this, but let's see. There's the light, and the ball is still in the hand, so good call. Yes, Kersey.
Daniel led the Celtics in their last victory.
Well, they still haven't forgiven him here for bailing chip on the Knicks, have they?
Catching that quick shuttle to Boston. Mason gets his own miss, sticks it back in, and picks up his first basket of the night. And the Knicks regain the lead.
And I think that applaud from the crowd is not so much for the 2 points as it is that he was able to get the 2 against the X-Men.
Here you hear the boos. That's an offensive foul. There's the mismatch. Klein's left-hander won't go. Rebound Starks.
Most of this game.
Sherman Douglas with the penetration and the lay-in.
Talked about his penetration. A little bit better at that than D. Brown. He's a true point guard.
Boston has scored 6 straight. 3-point lead. 9:03 to go in the half. Jack Gibbons, Bob Neal with you from Madison Square Garden. 19,800. Snowy night here in Manhattan. Ewing into the paint. Patrick's first basket in a while. He has 8. Sherman Douglas looked to his left, went to his right, but missed the layup. Daniel picks up the loose ball, rims out to the delight of the crowd. Anthony has him running. Starks, the pull-up, off the glass. Anthony Starks, he's got 8.
And maybe he's hearing this reaction from this crowd here.
Starks buries it. Reggie Lewis couldn't get to him. Starks with double digits, 10 points off the bench.
Well, I think the Celtics have to get Robert Parrish involved in the offense one way or the other. He's out high now, but he's going to have to get something going offensively.
8 to shoot. Knicks defense is smothering. 5. McDaniel misses again. Parrish keeps it alive and gets his first 2 points in the ball game off an offensive rebound.
Well, Wilson, since Charles Smith came over.
McDaniel with a power move in the reverse. Sherman Douglas.
Tough shot. Tough shot. I mean, Anthony played it very well.
Starks answers quickly. Kicks it to Blackman. There's a lack of confidence. He thought about it twice. New York has scored 1 point in the last 4.5 minutes. They only have 2 seconds. In over 4.5 minutes to end the half, the Knicks score 1 tiny point. Celtics lead it 52-41. And Kevin Gamble, who commits the foul, will be a 3-point opportunity for Charles Smith, who has 8 in the game.
The Celtics.
Charles Smith, who came to the Knicks from the Los Angeles Clippers. You heard Ernie Johnson at halftime. Danny Manning and Larry Brown at each other with the Los Angeles Clippers. My experience says whenever the coach and the player, particularly if he's a superstar, go at it, the player does not leave.
Well, if they're going to build a whole new arena for Danny Manning, you know, in that game.
Into Patrick Ewing. Bounces off of Parrish. That's the second Knicks field goal in the last 8 minutes. Going back into the second quarter, 59-46 Celtics.
Yeah, 19-6 run going back over that period.
He'll take it in.
Well, that's a tough shot. Oh, tough shot there. Starks played him very well. And I mentioned earlier in this game that Starks has given up a lot of size to Reggie Lewis, and he is simply not hesitating offensively.
Reggie Lewis with 24 in the game. That's 3.5 points more than his season average.
The Knicks a lot like the Utah Jazz in that they're very predictable. You know Patrick Ewing is going to get the ball, and all you have to do is double team, and you cut out over 50% of their offense, about 80% in a situation like this, because they have to keep going to him.
D. Brown for 3. Anthony into Ewing. They reverse it to Starks. He is not shy. And John buries the 3 and has 13 in the game.
It's going to have to come from somewhere on the outside to force the Celtics out of the double teams on Ewing.
And the crowd here at Madison Square Garden calling for some of the league-leading defense from the Knicks. They haven't seen much tonight. Boston on track to score 104 or better.
Well, Parrish caught the ball in the paint that time. Ended up about 15 feet out in the corner after Patrick Ewing gave him a bump.
Hubert Davis is fouled as he gets. None of the Celtics are looking good in that area. Starks with the drive. Somebody got a hand on it. Starks came back for it. Parrish outlet to Abdelnaby. What a play by Greg Anthony.
That's good. That's a good defensive play. The see him in there because of his experience.
Gamble from Reggie Lewis.
Oh, what a 1-2 punch that is when they're working.
This is one of those nights for Boston. Gamble 5 out of 7, a 19-point Celtics lead. Make that a 21 point, 70-49. Big specials we have for you this year to go with our Tuesdays and Fridays. And some Mondays.
Celtics have done an excellent job of taking advantage of various mismatches on the offensive end of the floor.
Starks into the paint. He was pushed from behind. 10 to shoot. Douglas from 18.
Oh, man. He doesn't have a real pretty shot, but you can't argue the results. All bottoms that time.
Celtics by 23. Douglas with 9 points and 4.
Reggie Lewis streaking down the other side of the floor.
Starks with a pull-up. John Starks is not being intimidated. He's got 18 points tonight. 3:15 to go, third quarter.
Well, the Knicks were 55% in that first period. They've gone about 28-29% since that time. They continue to go at those smaller guards.
Gamble backing in on Davis. The bank shot won't fall.
Or in Pat Riley's scheme.
Some pressure from the Knicks here. Rivers and Ewing with the double team. And Sherman Douglas throws it away. Chris Ford stepping out saying, chill out, Sherman.
Hey, when you're down as the Knicks are, you have to pull out all stops. And they're not really a pressing ball club, but they're in a position where they have to do that here.
Got to try to cut into this 20 points before the start of the fourth quarter. Inside to Anthony Mason. Now that's a power game. Maybe they can get Mason going. This pressure's going to start. Boston gets timeout. Starks steps in front of Reggie Lewis. Rebound Douglas. Taken away by Ewing. He'll rattle it home. 15 for Patrick. That pressure stays here. Doc Rivers chasing down Douglas. Looking for the trap. Now dropping back.
Well, the other thing you have to understand with the Knicks and this full-court pressure, they don't do a lot of that. So if you just remain smart, you're going to find a way to beat it.
Klein from the corner. Over Ewing. Everybody feeling it for Boston. Hub. Now only 4 on the shot clock, but the Celtics come away. Douglas with the layup.
That was not a good shot by Starks. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Shot the air ball.
So much for the run of good publicity.
Yeah, right. It's tough to come back when you take shots like that.
Ewing from 18 feet. From Doc Rivers. Patrick has 18. From half court, Reggie Lewis misses. And the Celtics hold an 18-point lead.
The Celtics are going to have to get quicker. I'm sure the Knicks will continue to try to do that, try to get some shots from Blackman.
Blackman has 2 points in the first quarter, 3 in the second, and 2 here in the fourth. Orlando Blackman, runner in the lane, and Blackman heating up a little bit. He's got 2 baskets the last couple of minutes. Knicks full court pressure. Douglas having trouble with Charles Smith.
The real problem for Blackman, as I see it, is that he's only been able to get 6 shots in this game.
Starks has it. Charles Smith out on the break. He draws the foul from Abdelnaby. See increased intensity on part of New York. Reggie Lewis has missed his last couple of shots. Knicks running it. Blackman hard to the hoop. Timeout, Boston. It's an 11-point lead for the Celtics. The Knicks are on a 9-0 run.
As they get it.
Knicks had only 7 free throw attempts in the first half, 18 this half.
They've been a lot more aggressive, and they have gone to the basket with more shots here in the second half. You remember back in the first half, seemed like every time down they were shooting jump shots. Even Patrick Ewing was shooting a lot of shots from the outside.
What once was a 23-point Celtics lead is down to 9. The Knicks pressure intense. They just barely got it in. John Starks playing Brown. Starks has 5 personal fouls. 7 to shoot. McDaniel, turnaround baseline jumper. That's the first Celtics point in a while. Back to 11-point lead. Blackman looking for his shot now. Nice pass to Mason. He missed the jam but drew the foul. He's in second place, followed by Orlando, followed by Boston 4.5 games behind with their 16-17 record coming into play here tonight. Mason cuts it to a 9-point lead. The pressure continues from New York. D. Brown's going to get trapped. Now the Celtics start their half-court offense with 12 on the shot clock. Blackman trying to play McDaniel. There's that trap again. McHale open for the jumper.
That's the way the pick and roll is supposed to work. And when you're as old as Kevin McHale, you don't roll to the basket. You roll to the open spot on the floor, and it happened to be in the corner that time, and he knocked it down.
The Bill Laimbeer Memorial pick and pop, huh?
Yeah.
Mason, look at him back in. He draws the foul. It's McHale.
Yep.
But now cuts the lead to 10. .6:27 to go in the ball game.
Blackman doing a much better job on Reggie Lewis. He hasn't had a shot here since that first one he made.
Blocked by Charles Smith. But it hit the baseline. It'll be Boston ball. 6 on the shot clock. They're saying it was never in the possession of the Knicks, so it'll just be 6 on the shot clock for Boston. They like to get this shot up quickly. Lewis knows it with 3, puts it up and misses. Rivers comes away with the offside rebound. Chance to cut the lead to 8 or less. Doc Rivers penetrating, kicking it to Mason. Celtics interior defense has been tough. Mason with a reversal.
And you see the point guard on the floor right now, Doc Rivers. He makes good decisions. I mentioned they use him in tight situations, and he has made some good ones.
Oh, what a play by Starks. Parrish had McHale open on the baseline. Starks knocked it out, and there's 15 on the shot clock as Gamble comes back in, and McDaniel sits down for Boston.
I tell you what should have happened that time. Parrish should have taken the shot. I mean, yes, McHale was there, but the defense backed off, and Parrish had no one between him and the basket.
15 to shoot for Boston. Into Parrish. He missed the money shot. That is 4 fouls on Reggie Lewis.
I tell you, not to belabor the point about McHale and Parrish, but in the last 5 minutes or so, they have looked their age, if you will. They have had a difficult time handling the quickness of the young players that the Knicks have on the floor. They've had a real difficult time also of matching the strength.
Celtics by 6.
Well, I wonder if we're going to see the Knicks become a pressing team with this unit on the floor. And they have run it some, but boy, they have had a lot of success in that thing here tonight. And I think it has to go to Gamble or Lewis right now. They're going to try to get Parrish a shot. And he answers. Boy, tell you what, you talk about looking old, he can still knock that shot down.
Charles Smith trying to answer. The tip is good. That was Starks who tipped it in. Celtics by 6. What a Knicks comeback. It's a frenzy out there. To shoot for the Celtics. 5. McHale powers it inside.
Well, the old guy's coming to life here down the stretch. Last 2 baskets. Parrish and McHale.
Blackman hits the three. He just pulled up and drained it. Ice water in his veins. 5 points separate the Celtics and the Knicks. Celtics had led by 23.
Now you've got to get the guy more shots. You just have to.
McHale's jump hook goes.
Oh, man.
McHale.
I might have to take that back.
Starks has 26. A furious fourth quarter.
And you have to wonder if the Knicks have enough to retake the lead here. They've had to fight back. They have used up a lot of energy there.
Parrish loses the dribble. Rivers out in front. Starks. Timeout, Boston. Celtics lead has been cut by 20 points. John Starks has 10 in the fourth quarter.
Those young, quick guys have responded with 62% shooting in this fourth period after going just 41% through the first 3.
Patrick remains on the bench. Doc Rivers with the foul. That's only the 3rd Knicks team foul. Knicks have been at the free throw line the whole quarter almost as Celtics got into penalty early.
That was close to 8 minutes left when they went into penalty.
So the Knicks still have a foul to give with 3:22 to go in the game. They're trailing by 3. 10 to shoot for the Celtics. Doc Rivers got it from behind. Blackman. Now Starks, who has 28. To Doc Rivers, knocked off the ball. Starks got the loose ball. Rebound, Reggie Lewis.
But I still think the Celtics in a real quandary here as to which team they're going to be. Now, when they got the lead early in this ball game and when they looked their best, they were relying heavily on Kevin Gamble and Reggie Lewis. Here in this fourth period, they have changed their whole way of thinking. They're going to McHale and Parrish, and Lewis and Gamble now are out of things, out of the flow. They have to decide which way they're going to go here because it really throws them out of whack with the change in styles.
Boston turnover, Knicks ball. That was a foul, by the way, on Mason, who basically wasted that foul to give out there. And now the next time the Knicks foul, it'll put the Celtics at the line with 2.5 to go. Timeout, New York. Celtics by 3. They had led by 23. And Pat Riley yanked Patrick Ewing. He set out all this fourth quarter. And Boston went on a 27-12 scoring binge with their small, quick lineup. Formerly with the Red Sox, now with the New York Yankees. Who's he pulling for here tonight? Celtics leading it by 3. 2 minutes, 29 seconds to go. Bob Neal, Jack Gibbons with you, and a beauty from Madison Square Garden. Here's the game situation. Both teams with only 2 full timeouts and no fouls to give.
Reggie Lewis has missed 8 of his last 10 shots, and he started out this game 9 of 12. He sat a while. He's been out of the flow offensively. He hasn't been called on much here.
Charles Smith pounding it inside. Patrick Ewing back in the game for New York. It's a 1-point Celtics lead. Great time to reinsert Patrick, probably, because now
I think so.
The Celtics will have to face Patrick inside defensive.
I still think the Knicks need to make sure that they continue to try to get running opportunities.
Kevin McHale tried the baseline jumper after being mugged by Anthony Mason, and the Knicks have a chance to get the lead. The last time they led was 39-38 in the second quarter. Charles Smith. In and out of there. It went all the way down.
That sure did. And it's interesting, even though Patrick has been reinserted into the lineup, they've gone to Smith the last 2 times down since he checked in.
Minute 28 to go in the game. Lewis penetrates. Parrish missed the tip in. No!
Oh, and he came down on his ankle. They'll go to Patrick. They'll go to Patrick right now.
Looks like he's all right. Came out of there running. Back to Charles Smith for the jumper. Buries it. 1-point Celtics lead. A minute 11 to go.
I thought they would go to Patrick Ewing to take advantage.
Mason fell asleep, and Gamble got the lay-in. Mason looks like he's out of gas.
Well, he's been having to play very tough defense against Kevin McHale. And I don't know for sure if that was his assignment that broke free that time.
Patrick Ewing way away from the basket. He's fouled by Parrish. Celtics by 3, 47 seconds to go. Ewing knocks them both down. It'll be a 1-point game.
Parrish gave the signal that he is okay. His ankle, he came up limping the last time down, and he gave the signal to the guy you're looking at, Chris Ford, and said, I want to stay in the game.
Look at that, just almost a reversal of the first half where the Celtics spent the time at the line, and the Knicks have been there tonight. Ewing is 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Can pull the Knicks to within 1. Patrick looking for his 20th point tonight. It's a 1-point game. Boston calls timeout. They had led by 23. The Knicks have battled back here. The Knicks trailed by 18 coming in to this fourth quarter, and now it's a 1-point game for time. McHale just barely gets it inbounds to Lewis. Starks playing with 5 fouls. D. Brown on Ewing. Parrish just strong arms Doc Rivers to the floor. 12 on the shot clock. Celtics ball.
I think that's called respect right there. The official didn't even think about blowing the whistle. And he just throws Doc right to the ground.
Look at this rugby scrum we've got here to the right side of the free throw line. A lot of humanity in there. D. Brown pops loose. 10 to shoot.
A nice double team there.
Parrish pounds it inside. Mason stripped it away. Controlled by Starks. Knicks can take the lead on this possession. Blackman looking for Ewing, being wrestled by Parrish. Blackman got a foul on the Knicks with 5.1 seconds to go. Rolando Blackman missed the open jumper, and the Celtics go to the line.
Yeah, a great look at the basket by Blackman right here after the screen by Patrick Ewing. Parrish got just enough hand on that one to in the air in the face of Blackman to force it to change it up just a little. Mason obviously does not like the call.
Reggie Lewis 6 of 6 from the line, and if you saw that replay, you saw that Ewing had position and Lewis got over the back to keep the ball alive. Celtics by 2. Now these are the 2 worst three-point shooting teams in the NBA in case the Celtics go up by 3 here, and you're wondering about who's going to hit the 3 for the Knicks. They do. Timeout. 5 seconds left. And Chris Ford and his Celtics have held on to the lead by 3. And the Knicks will have the ball. And 5-point inbound. Celtics have the 3-point lead. Knicks have 5 seconds. Starks gets the pick from Patrick. Launches the long three-pointer. Doesn't fall. And the Boston Celtics, who had led by 23, give away 20 points of that lead and hold